Pastor Ken here, Standing Stone Bible Church, with session number 3 of Helps, which is our counseling ministry, which is our come alongside ministry to help you get out of a difficult situation. You're in bondage, you're trapped, you're in a dark spot, you have an addiction, you are in trouble, you're looking for a means to regroup and get life back on a right track or on a new track. And we are here to offer help. But we do ask you that you would watch these 10 videos just to give you some mindset as to what we expect, some of the preliminary things that are important, if in fact we're going to watch God do a great and a good work. And so we want you to watch these and then get a hold of us. And if you're game to make application and apply these things, we will work alongside and believing that God can do an impossible thing to bring you out of that which has been besetting you. So number 1 was about just being honest about where you are, in life. That indeed you are trapped in some kind of a hole. Maybe it's a divorce, anger over divorce, or maybe it's depression, or maybe it's gambling, or maybe it's eating disorder, or maybe it's a pornography thing. There's all kinds of things that can become entrapping and besetting and troubling, and you have not been able to extract yourself, and so you're looking for some help. So be honest with who you are, and be honest with about you're willing to make changes that are necessary to bring about the hope and help. Number 2 was about are you saved? Are you truly saved? Really, the only help that we offer is in Jesus, but we believe there is help. We believe there's significant transformational help in Jesus. But it only comes to those who are saved. So it starts with being saved. Are you truly saved? Not saved on grandma's terms or on your church terms or on your terms, but saved on His terms. Are you truly His by His call, by His will? So we talked about faith. We talked about some tests from 1 John. So number 2 was about being saved. This is number 3. And this again is about understanding the road ahead is not going to be simple. There's no magic wand. There's no magical touch. There's no pot of gold at the rainbow. Rather, there's work that lies ahead. Are you prepared to work hard and be patient with what lies ahead? It may take years. It may take some difficult times. So I kind of think about this as like climbing Mount Everest. You can stand way down at the bottom in Nepal and you can anticipate 29,000 feet. You have heard stories told about walking along ridges and drop-offs 1,000 foot either way, or crevasses or ladders across these deep gorges or crevasses that you have to go across. And storms can blow up and high winds can blow and harsh weather dangers. My goodness, it's just to reach that point, to reach that goal. Can be really, really a huge challenge. So a part of this lesson is to count the costs. Luke 14 says, which of you intending to build a tower does not set down first and count the cost? This is not something that I do for you or the church does for you. This is something you do. This is going to be you. You're going to have to make decisions. You're going to have to make hard decisions. You're going to have to make radical decisions. You're going to have to do hard things. You're going to have to persist and persevere. And so again, it's just going to be a challenge. So I think about the children of Israel were trapped. They were in bondage. They had no escape. They were addicted to slavery in a sense. God raised up a helper. He raised up a guide. He raised up a man named Moses. And Moses came in. And initially, the plagues that he brought more hardship. Remember, they took the straw away, so now the Egyptians made them go gather their own straw, so to make bricks and stuff. So things got worse. Water to blood, and the frogs and stuff affected the ones that he was going to free, affected him too. So here comes Moses in, and their lives got worse. Well, then there's a reprieve, because the latter plagues did not affect the Jews. And then finally they had to take a stand. If they were going to walk and get victory, they had to put blood on their doorposts, which is an announcement to the Egyptians that we're siding with Moses. We're going with Moses. This was a big thing. If this does not pan out, if Moses is not really the Savior, Moses can't get him out of there, if God doesn't release him, this is a mark really probably for their execution, for their death. by the Egyptian army. So they put the blood on the doorposts, and at midnight the death angel goes by. Firstborn males of all critters, including people, dies. The Pharaoh says, get out now. And they follow Moses out of Egypt. To where? Well, they'd heard about and they knew about the promised land. And the promised land was to the northeast of where they lived in Goshen. But Moses takes them to the southwest. I said that wrong. Southeast. Takes them southeast, 90 degrees. Wait a minute, we're going the wrong way. Well, it's not Moses. God's leading them the wrong way. And he leads them 3 days into the wilderness, and then he camps them right in front of a body of water, and he traps them because the Pharaoh's armies come. It gets worse. Again, victory over addictions and victory over pain and victory over darkness and stuff. It's not going to be an easy road. It's a Mount Everest climb. It's a lofty peak. It's a lofty goal, but it is achievable. But it's going to be difficult. So I'm just reminded of Colossians chapter 3. He says, "If then you've been raised with Christ." That's number 2. Are you saved? If then you've been raised with Christ, seek the things which are above, where Christ is seated at the right hand of God. Seek things that are above. Well, what's above? Peace, joy, love. It's not about health, wealth, happiness, power, prestige, freedoms. No, it's love, joy, peace, purpose, the beauty of the Lord. Seek things above. So it's a different mindset. It's a new mindset. Kind of verse, prep number 1. If you've been raised is prep number 2. And then he says, set your mind on things above, not on things of the earth. So again, we got to have a reset. For you died, and your life is hidden with Christ in God. You died. So God's way is a way of death. We die to self. We die to our agenda. We die, and we let God raise us up, and we let God restore or create new goals and dreams and priorities in life. And so again, this idea of sacrifice is going to be some radical things. If you're going to climb Mount Everest, you better do some serious training ahead of time. You better be in complete submission to the guides of people who've done it before, because they can get you there. You are not going to make it on your own. So you're going to have to submit. You're going to have to submit to guides. You're going to have to sacrifice. You can't just take along all your pet goodies in your backpack. You're going to have to camp light, and you're going to have to be fit. So it's going to be a long process. It's going to be a long process. 3 steps forward, 2 steps back, or maybe even 3 steps back, or maybe 4 steps back and then 3 forward, and 2 and then 3 forward. It's going to be a little here and a little bit there. Galatians 6:9. Let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap, if we do not lose heart. There's going to be, I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. Yeah, you can, but people, your guides will encourage you. The people alongside will encourage you. But this is not going to be an easy road. This is going to be painful. This is going to be long. This is going to be slow. So number one, it's a dangerous way, and it's a way of sacrifice. Number 2, it's going to be really, really slow. Number 3, it's on you. It's on you. It's not about somebody else changing. It's not about God changing, or somebody else, or your spouse changing, or your world changing. It's about you changing. It's on you. You're the one that has got to do the changing. And again, you may say, well, they need to change. Well, maybe they do. They probably do. But this is not about them. It's about you. We want victory for you. We want success for you. We want God's blessing on you. But it's going to be on you. You're going to have to change. You cannot you can't look to others. Well, I'll make a step if they make a step. Well, I'll move if they move. No. You move, and you move, and you move. Today you move. Tomorrow you move. The next day you move. You keep moving. You keep doing the right thing. Keep doing the right thing. Get a habit of doing the right thing. Not a habit of doing the wrong thing and going the old way or going the world's way. You keep doing the right thing. It's on you. And again, it's not about the things that are natural to us. I want my health. I want joy. I want power. And all those kinds of things. I want a healthy, I want wealth. No. Again, it's about God's purpose and God's will for your life. And God's will for your life is, again, that you have purpose in life. And purpose in life is serving Him. What, know you not that you've been bought with a price? You're not your own. You belong to God. Therefore, serve God, glorify God in your body. So again, the peak you're after here is not about you. the peak you're after is about God. It's about God's purpose in your life. It's about you having fulfillment in life. It's about you having success in life on God's terms. It's about God using you and you having worth and you having value and you finding joy in serving others and serving the Lord. So again, the peak that we're after here, the Everest that we're after is that. And then lastly, again, it comes back to submitting to a team, submitting to a guide, like to Moses, back to Moses, following Moses into the wilderness, following Aaron and Moses, and he talks about Miriam as well, but following a team into the wilderness. And it's a terrible wilderness, it says. Now, it should have only taken 2 years. It took 40 because they rebelled. They wanted to go back to the ways, their old ways. They wanted to go back to the ways of the world. They wanted to do it their old ways. They wanted to do it the way that they were used to. No, that doesn't work. It's a new way, and you're going to have to be committed. You're going to have to be faithful. You're going to have faith in your guide, in your team, in the people that are saying, here's the way we're going, here's the speed we're going, here's what we're taking, here's what we're casting off, here's what we're putting on, all those kinds of things. So the route ahead, the work ahead is going to be hard. And I'll just give you 5 things. It's going to be the idea of sacrificing, dying to self, dying to your agenda. Number 2, it's going to be a long, slow process. Number 3, it's on you. It's not on them. It's you changing, not they changing. It is about God's goal and God's purpose in your life, which is about serving others, serving Him. And in that you'll find worth, you'll find purpose, you'll find joy, you'll find well-being in those things. And lastly, it's about submitting to a guide. If you're going to climb Everest, you better have the right guide. So it's about submitting to a guide and following that guide, even if it seems like it's the wrong direction. We're going that way, we want to go that way. It seems like it's kind of a mistake, but you are committed to following and obeying anyway. So again, this is prep number 3. So prep number 1 was again about admitting your situation. Number 2 is about truly you're saved. And number 3 is about being aware of what's ahead. It's not going to be easy, but it is doable. It is achievable. And there's victory to be had, but it's going to be at a cost. Are you aware of the cost? Count the costs before you start off on this tour. So finish watching these videos. If at the end of this, if these things resonate with you, if you're willing to engage these ideas and these principles, these presets, then let us know, and we're going to work with you, believing that God's going to do a great thing and a good thing in bringing you to victory in life. Okay, that concludes number 3. We've got number 4 coming up, which is going to talk about truly being contrite. Talk to you then.